Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome to the 2024 MFL Field Vision podcast with Ubi and Nadim. We got Ubi here.
Obi, talk.
Come on, Ubi. Ubi's. We got our moderator Waleed.
Yo,
Majid.
Magic's kicked off of it.
Lamajid is not part of the podcast no more. He's booted. And since my co-host here Ubi was out of town, we brought in our special guest Omar.
Salam, what's up, everybody?
Look at that suit. Look at that suit.
Oh, yeah, brother.
He's got a suit and everything, so let's get right into it.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about the first games. Intifada versus Sprite. What do you guys think?
Man, that was a good game. I'll tell you that. That's the game of the week, 100%.
Wow. It was a good game. Going into it, I'm not gonna lie, we weren't as I felt like going into the game to start, we didn't have that intensity. We just didn't show up like we did the week before. We were just used to Ubi throwing us picks and ducks. So
Oh no.
so we weren't getting that treatment with Omar. So we didn't come out with that intensity. The game was going back and forth, pick here, pick there. Defense was good on both sides of the field. But it all came down to one last deep ball touchdown to Monty, and that's what sealed it off. I honestly had a bad game. I dropped too many balls, but I definitely contributed into the game being too close. But missed flag pulls on our defense. It just got the game too close for comfort, and we just got lucky at the end with that deep ball with Monty.
Yeah, I mean that last play is insane, man. Honestly, I thought this game was gonna go overtime, but here we go.
Man.
Doomy, throws that corner to Monty.
Shout out to Dewey, man. Before there was like I think there was like 23 seconds left or something. And I was like, Dewey, man, this game is just not going the right way. Just take the knee, go to OT. Let's not risk anything. He's like, no, trust me. He takes it down,
Dewey
throws it
wanted
to Monty.
that.
That whole last drive was Monty, by the way. He throws it to Monty. Monty runs it up to the first down. Clock stops at first down. And then he throws it up to him at the end, deep ball. And he catches it. But it's crazy. Like, he almost did take that knee, and we could have been into overtime, and we don't know what would have happened after that. So.
But what defense were they running? I saw them 3 rushing. The Delibia wasn't even containing, and there was like one guy in the end zone. Like, what are they doing?
I have no idea. Yeah, I think the corners weren't backing up to where the safety, there was just one single high safety in the middle of the field. And obviously one single high safety is not going to get from sideline to sideline. So I think that's what ended up happening.
I don't know. I just feel like there's no communication that last play, man. I just felt like everyone was all over the place, and it's tough to see, man. Just yeah.
Let's go to the second game. It was very scrappy.
Very.
It was a Salam versus Muslimin with Ebi and Fahad.
Oof. I reffed that game. It was getting very chippy. You know, captains aren't there, so there's no tolerance on both sides of the field. This guy's yelling at this guy, language here and there. But it was just very scrappy. Like, you can tell how much Ebi and Fahad can change a game. They're running back and forth. You know, you had Ben at quarterback, and then you had Yanal at quarterback on the other end. Yanal actually played pretty good. I mean, he's played quarterback before, so he kind of gets the gist of things. Ben can throw the ball. He just wasn't hitting his shots good enough, and I feel like his blocking. Sorry, Omar. His blocking wasn't the best, if I'm being honest. That's just what I saw. So that's just what I feel like ruined that game or ruined that team. But what do you think, Omar?
Listen, it was a tough game for sure, and honestly, it really just came down to us losing control of the game. You know, we shot ourselves in the foot. We started yelling at each other and fighting the other team, and I mean, Salam, they got in our heads for sure. And I don't know if that was their game plan, but I mean, it certainly worked for them.
And then that crazy pick 6 by Tokir, that's kind of what put the pin in the coffin, man.
Make a wish.
That was the craziest pick I've ever seen. Oh my God, he throws it somehow, and then it gets Hassan, gets it, and then he gets it off his back, and then it runs up here, and somehow lands in Tokir's hand. He takes it back, and everyone was tripping. I was reffing that game too, and I'm running down the sideline, yelling and going crazy. Like it was pretty cool to see.
Hassan always got like those cartoonish type plays, man.
We love Hassan, man.
Hassan the GOAT, man. But man, that play was the turning point of the game because it was before that it was a one score game or 1 point game, and after that pick it just went downhill, and I feel like everyone was just gave up after that. So it was tough.
But yeah, shout out Tokir, man. What do we say usually? We say he's not a good receiver. He just gets open, or he's not a good defender. He just finds a way to get the ball around to him. So yeah, Tokir, that's for you.
Somehow.
Then now Alveida's team. Injury FC. FC Palestino versus
man.
Albeida. What are we gonna do? Like, what's the game plan for this week? Oh, well, forget this game. Forget this game just happened. We're on to the next.
Man. He's baby Aus, man. No. You don't gotta compare him to AJ. He's baby Aus. That's what he is. But no, for real, like he was, man. The game, Siraj didn't play bad. If I'm being honest with you, Siraj didn't play bad. It's just the defense he was going up against was pretty tough. Especially when you have everyone running too deep. Like I feel like he wasn't having good communication with his receivers, and then they lost Dawood really early in the game. It's kind of a scary injury, but lost him super early in the game. But the game was close for a while. Until the end of the second half. That's when it kind of started to dip, and then Siraj got hurt in like the last 5 minutes. So we saw the come up of Chuz Mensi at quarterback, and he was low-key slinging it, man. He was throwing them.
He ain't scared.
He was not scared. Yeah, he was not scared. Throwing it up to Zaid. Zaid had a deep contested catch. And the second one, he kind of pushed off, but we're not gonna talk about that one.
Yeah, man. I honestly, I kind of felt that was a little dirty of calling that offensive PI, but
it was too obvious, man.
It was just you gotta make those calls, man. You gotta make those calls.
Because it was me and Ihab reffing, and I literally remember it specifically. I'm on the opposite side. It happened on his side. And the play happens, he looks at me, I look at him, and we just start laughing, bro. And at that point, I'm like, bro, what can you do? Like, it was too obvious for us not to call it. But shout out Zaid, man. He'll get back. But Ubi, man, what is that? -82 in point
Prayers
differential.
up, bro.
Prayers up.
We're gonna have to start looking at Zaid as his number one option.
He's been the number one option.
Who would have thought?
Man.
Who would have thought? Hopefully.
Oof. We're waiting, bro.
So, let's go quickly with that power rankings. Basically, everything's the same except Mu'mineen and Intifada switched from 2 to 1.
I respect that.
So Mu'mineen's on top. Oh, what do you guys' thoughts about that?
Our game against Sprite shouldn't have been that close, in my opinion. We should have destroyed them. Like, it should not have been that close. So just the fact that it was that close and we almost lost, I could see that. That's a respectable ranking system. We got Mu'mineen at 1. And everything else being the same, I agree with that as well.
Yeah, honestly, I'm looking at it, and Intifada and Mu'mineen, man, they're really close, but I just feel like Mu'mineen is just the more dominant team. You know, they make some flashy plays, and you know, Omar and AJ, that connection, man, is too OP.
Sure.
They're the team that everyone's scared of playing.
They are, but we'll see them next week. Number 1 and number 2 going at it.
That's a big game.
That's a huge game.
We'll talk about that soon.
Yeah.
So let's go quickly over the stats leaders. So for receivings, Osama Jussi at 1, AJ at 2, Monty at 3. Osama has 4 touchdowns, AJ has 3, and Monty has 3.
Man, history repeats itself. Last time Osama was in the league, he led the league in touchdowns. I think he finished with 12 or 13. So history just repeating itself. And then Monty, that's 2 players on one team. So that just shows you MV Doomy. So that's where we're going with that.
With passing leaders, Doomy's at number 1 at 9. Almond is number 2 with 7 touchdowns. Fahad's number 3 with 4 touchdowns.
It's crazy how Fahad is number 3 and he's missed a week. Like that's impressive.
Yeah.
That's actually I don't want to say that's impressive. That's more of a bad look on all the other quarterbacks. Just because 2 weeks, 4 touchdowns, like you should be able to exceed that. Like 4 touchdowns is not that crazy, because that's what 12 points. That's 12 points a game. Like that's pretty reasonable, but it's just a bad look. People got to get up, but obviously QB1, 9 TDs. What do you think, Omar?
I mean, man, Doomy's nice, man. Low key, he might be MVP.
MV Doomy.
But man, Homer's he's slowly creeping up. Man.
He is, and
might-
this next game is gonna. But we'll get into that later. But this next game.
Well, I don't think we include rushing touchdowns, so because almost we all know he's gonna lead the league in rushing. So
Actually, yeah, that's a
That's
good
true.
point. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, that's a good point. He might lead the league in all-purpose, like total
Yeah.
touchdowns. So he might be
Yeah.
up there too. I think he actually is. I
Yeah.
think he might have more than 9, because I remember. We'll have to check
and
the
then
stats on that.
and leading interceptions is of course Azuz, 3 interceptions, and that all came in one game.
Crazy.
Then
Man.
number 2 is Tawfiq
Also, all came in one game.
with 2 interceptions, and AJ at number 3 with 2 interceptions.
I-
Sprite looking crazy.
They are. Azuz. I mean, like I said, Azuz was my pick for defensive player of the year. So I mean, it's happening, but we could say that it's inflated by one game. But I mean, picks or not, like he's all over the field. So I could definitely see him up there. Tofi's just so freaking tall and big, man. He's just on there all the time. And then you
I
have
don't know how he
AJ,
dropped.
sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
He dropped in the 4th or 5th.
Not sure.
Yeah.
I think Loki might have fell in the fifth.
I think it might. Yeah, it might
I
have
don't know,
been.
guys. I don't know what people are thinking. Oh, the only thing
Yeah, man.
I can see why no one wants to pick him is his schedule might be like all over.
It
the
is.
place,
Yeah,
but
it is shaky. But shout out
But he's
Tofid,
there, it's
man.
crazy.
There was in our game. It was a 4th down, game on the line, everything. Alman Egypt just threw it up right in the middle, and Tofik Moss like 2 of our guys, man. So
Wow.
that's kind of what kept him in the game. So he's a big deal on that team. So I just wish Omar would use him a little more. But yeah,
And then sacks. So Hype's leading with 3 sacks. Awad with 3 sacks. Then Monty and Dalibe with 2.
so he was just a tank, man. There's nothing to be said. That boy's just a tank. He's just bigger than everyone, man.
He's unstoppable.
He's just bigger than everyone, man. But shout out Awad. I mean, I really did not expect that out of him. I didn't think he was gonna be rushing. So that's kind of an impressive stat, because you usually see him at corner, so you don't see him rushing too often. But shout out him, man. 3 sacks is impressive.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, he's
Monty
nice.
and Delibe, they're just Monty defensive player of the year, and then Delibe is just an all around great rusher.
And now,
Yeah.
what's Alma? You want to say anything?
I mean, I was gonna say that I'm kind of surprised that I thought Delibe Loki might have should be, have more sacks, but I,
He just be getting
Kinda
tired,
fall- kinda
man.
falling
He just gets
behind, yeah.
tired, bro. And I mean, I
He's
don't. I
playing-
feel him.
playing blocker and
Yeah,
rusher.
That's 0 breaks. So that's back to back to back. So
Yeah.
I bet he gets tired on the field, man.
Mhm.
Let's go quickly into week 3. Let's just go straight into the game of the week because that's the best game everybody's been waiting for. Intiwada versus Mutmini.
Oh gosh, man. So on our end, just from our perspective, we're trying to figure out if Monty is gonna be here or not. That's it's a huge deal. So if he shows up, obviously that's a big deal. If he doesn't show up, that's even a bigger deal. So we're just trying to figure that out. But I feel like just containing Omar, man. Contain him, contain his run, and force him to throw is how you beat him. That's how I think it works. What do you think, Omar?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to beat him, you gotta contain and make him just run out like just all over the place and get sacks on him.
For sure.
That's also a huge thing.
He does take sacks,
Um,
man, so that's gonna be huge because he
Yeah.
just takes those little sacks that shouldn't always be taken. So I feel like forcing him to throw the ball down the field, forcing picks. I feel like our secondary with Doomy back there at safety can really do some damage.
Yeah. Man, but I low key think that this game is just gonna come down to one play. Like who's gonna make that play or who's gonna, sell the game. But low key, I think I have Mu'minin winning.
Oof.
It's gonna be a really close game. I say 30 to
I
28.
like that pick, Omar. I like that pick.
But it's gonna come down to
I
one
like
play.
that pick. No,
And then we all know who you're gonna pick in Intifada.
I am. That's what I'm telling him. I like this pick. I mean,
I respect that.
it's a tough game, man. It's the best of the best going at it. It sucks that we're seeing it so early in week 3. Like I'd like to see that later down the line. But this is huge for seeding too, because I think our point differential. I think we still have the number 1 seed by just a little bit. So that point differential is going to be huge this week. So that's that.
I got Mu'minin winning.
Man,
I think it's gonna be a close first half, but I think Mu'minin's gonna run away with it second half.
I'll get back at you guys next week. Don't worry. Next week's podcast.
A sneaky game would be Sprite versus Muslimin. I think this might be Sprite's first win.
You think so?
It depends if Fahad is here or not. That's all it comes down
Out of
to.
town again?
He should be
Is he?
here. He didn't say he was
Okay.
missing. He didn't say he was missing, but he should be
Okay,
here.
if Fahad's here, Fahad's winning. Fahad is not losing, man.
Yeah.
Fahad is just, he's not gonna lose. I can 100% see him getting in Omar Egypt's head. He's gonna get in Azuz's head. He's gonna get in Omar Egypt's head. That's Fahad's thing. Omar, I know you know what I'm talking about. He'll somehow, some way, find a way. Just he'll get in your head somehow. Like he will just dig at you till you're just pissed. And khalas, as soon as that happens, the game's over. Like he's got you beat, no matter what the score is.
Yeah, man.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, to me, it's just if there's one quarterback that can cook this defense, it's got to be Fahad.
For sure.
He's got the receivers for it. Ben going back at receiver. No, it should be a good game.
What do you think the
for
score's
sure.
gonna be?
I don't want to say the score. I just want to say that I have my team winning, but I don't want to say the score.
Respect. I think, man, this is gonna be a high scoring game. I think it's gonna be very high scoring. Man, I'm gonna say 42-34. Like it's gonna be up there, man. Just cause Fahad, man, that Ben and Fahad connection. I mean, you guys saw week 1, first play of the game, deep bomb touchdown. So like that can happen at any moment, and then he has Nuh on the outside too. If Nuh can clean up those drops, I mean, it's over. And then Omar just dump it off to Azuz. He'll somehow make his way into the end zone. So I really think it's gonna be high scoring. 42-34 is my pick. I got Fahad winning it.
Okay.
And now
like that.
last game is Ubaida's comeback. FC Palestino versus Saddam.
Ubaid.
You got anything to say? And Alce's arm.
Is he actually gonna play?
A corner.
I'm taking
be
Else
huge
with
for
no
the
hands
Flames.
over those bummy linebackers you have. I'm sorry.
Hey,
sorry. I'm taking Obi. I'm
man.
taking Else with no hands over you at linebacker.
But I heard Eb might not be in town. Is that true?
Yes, yeah, that is. So Obi, this is
that
the
is
game. This is
huge.
your game, man. I'm rooting for you. I'm gonna be on the sideline.
This is a
What are they? What game are they? Are they first or
Last.
they're last? Obi, I'm gonna be your number one. Wallah, I got you. I'm gonna be your number one supporter on the sideline. You need to win this game. It's now
I'm
or
just
never.
saying, if Ubaida's team
Must win.
scores,
I'm storming the field. I'm storming the field. Ubi, if your team scores, I'm storming the field. You know when LeBron broke the scoring record? You remember when LeBron broke the scoring? They you know how they got him on a podium and he went and shook Kareem's hand. Like, you're gonna come up to me, you're gonna shake my hand, we're gonna give you a speech, you're gonna do everything. So we're definitely storming the field. 100%, it's happening. I'm sorry. But I'm
We all got Saddam winning. Oh, no way. No way.
No. FC Palestino taking
no,
the win.
no. They're
All right,
100%
they're taking
winning.
the
No,
win.
there's no way you guys don't win. You guys are winning this game. You still got it. If you get that help, Aus with the one hand, I really think you got it. I'm gonna say it's a low scoring game though. I'm gonna say 21-14. Like it's just gonna be a low scoring. It's gonna be a boring game, and I think I could see a boring game, but you guys are gonna come out with the win. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I got Ubi's team winning too. bro.
yeah,
Just-
man.
Hey, this is Ubi's bounce back game, and he's gonna dominate.
For sure, man. We'll be
To
supporting.
finish off this week's podcast, let's talk about who we think's gonna win it all.
Oof.
Hmm.
Waleed, unbiased opinion. You got it. You start.
Mu'mineen. I still think Fahad or Ibi will get to the final, but I think Mu'mineen's gonna take it all home.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Here's what I think. I don't know if you guys remember last year, the seeding was all messed up. Aus's team had
Yeah.
like a lucky seed. The seeding was all over the place. So I think that Dumi's team last year unfortunately got destroyed by Fahad in the first round just because of the seeding. So I really think if the seeding wasn't bad last year, Dumi's team or our team last year would have done better. So I think this year is going to be the same thing. It all comes down to seeding, who plays who in the first round. So it honestly just goes down to the easier schedule at the end of the day. But I'm riding with my team.
I respect that. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say my team too. I mean, come
It's
on.
Fahad
now.
at the end of the day.
Fahad going all the way, getting that back to back.
All right, because Ubi, your team's most likely not gonna win it. Who do you think's gonna win it? Stop. Be honest.
Hell yeah, B.
Ubi, I love it, bro. I love it.
All right.
They're the underdogs, bro.
When Abada and Isa and Alat's on the team.
He's gonna form the Avengers. He's gonna form the Avengers.
And Ubi's not even gonna show up after forming the Avengers.
Gonna be out of town. But anyways, guys, sorry about the delay in the podcast. We were trying to figure out moving people back and forth. But appreciate you guys for watching. This has been the 2024 MFL Field Vision podcast with Ubi and Nadim, and we're out. Appreciate you guys. Assalamu alaikum.